Christmas wasn't the same this year. New Year's didn't feel the same either. So if they can change, then so can you and I and our resolutions. Because I know I wasn't playing along either this year. I'm setting sticky New Year's resolutions to make sure that I meet them. And if you want to do the same, grab a pen and notebook and watch along with me. But first, real quick, I'm Sam Worrell, the accountability partner for overweight women in demanding desk jobs, helping them transform their body by focusing on the first 15 pounds. Let's talk about sticky New Year's resolutions. As I mentioned, Christmas wasn't the same this year. I mean, I'm in the gifting business, so Christmas is my busy season and I'm right in the thick of it. And something just didn't feel quite the same. Then all of a sudden, New Year was here. Again, everything was different than how me and my family usually celebrate it. Look, I just said, forget the usual because it's not happening. So I spent some time getting some R&R at this lovely boutique hotel in downtown Dallas called The Jewel. I just chilled out and watched mindless TV, reruns and all that. I took some time to just work on setting my New Year's resolutions and doing some goal setting, living your best year ever system. So I call it the BYE, and it's a system that I've used for quite a few years and gotten some really good results. Actually, I think the very first time I used it was like back in 2012. And then somewhere around COVID, I did start using it in 2020, but when the pandemic hit, well, just everything kind of went to pot. So I stopped using it for the next couple of years. So this year, I'm determined to improve my health. I'm determined to meet my desired weight, which is 150 pounds, which is 70 pounds lighter than I am at this time of recording. So I've picked up the best of the BYE again. Because losing weight is on your goal list too, I definitely want to share that with you too. It's just a great system for keeping on track the year long. Okay, so first, can we talk about resolutions? Because there are some really dismal statistics around it. Like, there are literally 2 days in January that are earmarked for giving up on resolutions. Like, can you believe it? January 17th and the second Friday in January are ditch your resolutions and quiet quitting day. Those are literally days that people are known to just give up on their resolutions. And then I saw this survey that Forbes did like right before the new year. I'm going to read some of this to you. And basically, they said that only 55% of people keep their resolutions. Once they make a resolution, only 55% actually continue with it. So before the month is up, 11% are already giving up, which kind of makes sense because I already told you about the two ditch and quit days in early January, right? Then 19% make it a full month to the end of January and then give up. 14% make it to 3 months and then give up on their resolutions. And then 11% make it to 6 months or beyond. But not us, okay? Like, that is not going to be us, right? This year, we know that we need to get healthier. So, what's your reason why? Because for me, I'm on a mission to create generational health for my family. Like, I spent so many years trying to create generational wealth, and I had no real focus on my health. I just didn't focus on my health as much. Obviously, it's made me unhealthy. Frankly, it's made me feel and look fatter. As a parent, I'm trying to set an example for my children of good health and balance. As an older sister, I kind of want to set an example for my siblings of, taking care of yourself. And as a friend, I want to help other people like that find myself in that position. For me, I ultimately found accountability through doing a weight loss challenge with my fellow competitors in the Facebook group, and also just posting, like being very public and posting where I currently stood on social media. I know you might not feel comfortable sharing your weight on LinkedIn or Facebook, and I don't want you to feel like you have to do that in order to start losing weight. And so I'm helping to provide that source of accountability. So, what's your why? Press pause for a moment to let me know in the comments. All right. So now that we've talked about how resolutions turn out for other people, and we shared our why. I'm looking forward to reading some of those and encouraging you. We know that won't be us, so let's prime our minds for making our weight loss resolutions sticky. I've heard that a lot. I've heard this a lot, that the words you use are really important, and understanding the meaning of the words is really important. And I'd like wholeheartedly agree with and believe that. So in this like moment of geeking out, I kind of sat down and thought about why our resolutions don't work. Kind of my aha moment was like, maybe it's because we're using the wrong words. I went and I looked at the word resolution in the dictionary because, like I said, I was having a geek moment. You know, the definition, it kind of said that it came from the word resolute, right? So then I went and looked that up. The definition of resolute is admirably purposeful, determined, and unwavering. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of the times that I've set my resolutions, it's a new year and I need to lose weight. That's my resolution. Is that the same for you? Because that gives us a purpose. There is a purpose there, but I haven't really been unwavering or determined. So I think that's probably the first place where we maybe messed up. Like the phrase New Year's resolution after all these years is now so synonymous with some vague goal that you give up on after a few haphazard attempts, that I'm just not calling it that anymore. Now I'm calling it this year's determinations, because it's not just for January in the New Year season. As far as I'm concerned, if it takes all year, I'm determined to get there. The other thing is, when we talk about resolution, I think we're really talking about goals. And so the definition of a goal is the object of a person's ambition or effort. I looked it up. It's an aim or desired result. It's the destination of a journey. So for me, the resolution, that's the journey, the being unwavering day in and day out. I don't know, like I said, I was really having a geek out moment, but here's what I suggest that we do to hit our desired weight and stick to it, making them sticky. I think we need to just start thinking about being resolute. Like that's the measuring stick. You know, we say to ourselves each day, today, was I resolute in my actions, which are to ditch the unhealthy lifestyle and reach my goal weight? Today, I'm gonna be resolute in my actions to live a healthy lifestyle and reach my desired weight. So now we've got our minds right. Next, here's how I'll turn the resolution and goals and make them sticky so that they stick to me and I stick to them. Sorry, determinations, not resolutions. So the best year system covers a lot of this, and here's what it is. So Darren Hardy, who was editor of Success magazine for many years, he wrote a book called The Compound Effect. Basically, if you've never heard of the compound effect, it comes from Einstein. So Einstein discovered this compound effect that, you know, if you have a penny and you double it every day, then at the end of 30 days, you're like a millionaire or something like that. You have $1 million, right? And that happens because of the effects of compounding. So Darren Hardy wrote this book on the compound effect and how it works in our lives, because it's always working. It's always in action. And it's just a matter of whether it's working in favor of us or whether it's working against us. It's always there working. So, for example, weight gain, if you're doing nothing, or if you're not being mindful and you're just mindlessly eating, you're not mindful of what you eat, you're not mindful of how much you eat when you do eat. And then on top of that, if you're in a demanding job that keeps you chained to your desk all day so you don't move, if you put your health to the back burner and say, "Oh, I'll hit the gym another day," or I'll walk another day because you want to meet another deadline at work, or you want to meet an obligation at work or for your family, all those little things add compound. And then what you see and what you get is an unhealthy version of you, which is where we are today, right? And so that's why all of a sudden these kind of 2 pound weight gains, 5 pound weight gains suddenly become 50 pound weight gains. And then you can no longer wear heels, you're in frumpy flat shoes for every big meeting, you're feeling uncomfortable and not yourself, you're hiding from cameras when you have to take pictures. And even worse, now we're on the Zoom camera all the time, and somebody's going to be like, let's all have our cameras on. And now, you know, they don't have flattering angles, especially now you've got a double chin. But I digress. Like, let me let me stop having my moment there. Okay, so conversely, like we can trigger the compound effect to work for us. So again, if being mindless kind of caused us to gain weight, then being mindful helps us to lose weight. And so in this best year ever system, and it's just kind of like this really big book, and yeah. So basically in this best year ever system, Darren Hardy breaks down, you know, He helps you to organize for yourself, tailored to yourself, the habits and the small steps that will help you to remain consistent, reach your goal, to reach your resolution, your determination. So, using me, for example, my goal is to be healthier. And I feel like hitting 150 pounds is a good way to measure healthy because, in my mind, for me to get to that weight, I'm going to have to build healthy habits to get there and to maintain it. So just by virtue of getting there means I've gotten healthier. So I'm going to have to eat cleaner. That's healthy behavior. I'm going to have to look at portion control. That's healthy behavior. I'm going to have to move my body. And honestly, as I haven't been moving it much as it is, that's not going to be too difficult to be healthier. What else? I'm going to have to like drink more water to be healthier. I'm going to have to sleep more so that my body can, be well rested and accommodate this transformation. All of those small things, they'll kind of compound to get me to my goal weight. And then I use this system, which has periodical checks, daily, weekly, so that things don't just kind of get out of hand and just it all fall apart like dominoes. So honestly, yes, I know it sounds boring. I know it sounds like more work to do, but you're worth it, right? Aren't you? I know I am, even though I haven't been treating myself that way. So I know you are too. And once you've kind of taken the time to set it up, it's really a matter of checking in and recalibrating if you need to, or better still, like adjusting to match your progress, right? Because your goals are going to need tweaking as you start to get healthier. And honestly, because we're high achievers, you and I, you'll actually start to quite enjoy these check-ins just to see how you're performing and be able to say, yeah, I did this and that this week. Like I actually quite enjoy going like, okay, what did I, let me check in with the system. The other thing is the best year ever system is designed to track several goals. So you just add your work goals in there too. Like I have a business determination for this year as well. So I can just monitor it from the same system at the same time because work me and healthy me aren't separate people, they're entwined. So it kind of makes sense to just be looking at both at the same time and doing things to help them work together and set myself up for the best chance of winning. So actually I think especially if you are busy, it's all the more reason to sit for a couple of hours and plan. And you don't have to use a system like the best year ever. I just recommend it because it's a very good structure that's existed for a long time, that somebody else has already thought of and done that work, so that all you have to do is plug in your own details into that structure of where your life is, prioritizing what you want from life next, and mapping out then, mapping out how you're going to get there. So even if you don't use the BYE system, use what you can to plan because I think it's Eisenhower that said something like, in war, the plans were useless, but the planning invaluable. And so that's why I plan because then I kind of have like my North Star to guide me. And if I get off track or feel like I planned incorrectly, I could just look for that North Star as a reminder of where I'm determined to go and then just kind of quickly tweak my plans and then move back in that direction again, if that makes sense. That's it, folks. That's the principle and method that's going to make my New Year's resolution weight loss goals sticky. So, in the spirit of accountability, we're about to hit a new month later next week. So, come check in with me and let me know how your New Year's determinations are going. I'm going to go live and show you the specific steps that I'm taking to reach my weight loss goals next month. So if you want to know when I do go live so that you can join in, sign up at the link that I'll put in the comments and I'll let you know as soon as I've got a firm day and time because I'm still kind of fleshing out my calendar for next week. But it will definitely be next week just because it's a new month. It's a good time to check in and recalibrate. Perfect time for reviewing and renewing. So again, going live, sign up at the link in the comments and I'll let you know when. Take care.